Okay, we got two videos actually. Him and also Rex. Rex also made a video. I'm gonna go over them briefly. Rex and yeah, I think I wrote right. Okay.
I want you to have a really fun summer
Oh,
out
this
here.
looks.
I only have
That
one
looked like a
rule.
decent
Stay out
movie,
of the
but it's Disney,
Both of
so
them.
it probably won't be that great. All right, so Gazzy's happy they moved Last Epoch. Honestly, if you're a streamer, I understand why you're happy. I understand why you would be happy, but yeah, let's go.
Oh god. Hey guys, Gazzy TV here with another Last Epoch video, and I didn't think this was gonna happen, but Last Epoch 11th Hour Games have been able to postpone their launch. According to this post, they're saying, "Hello, travelers. Recently learned that our friends
Yada
in the
yada
aRPG
yada.
space have chosen the release date just a couple of days after ours, which
Okay, basically they're saying they moved the season by 2 weeks and a day because of PoE2 releasing the Huntress thing.
release date of season 2. I didn't think this was going to happen. So the funny thing is, they're launching on April 17th, and Torchlight Infinite is launching on April 18th.
Like, bro, I don't know why they moved it. I don't even know if Torchlight is a bigger name, is a bigger company than Last Epoch. I know Torchlight has probably a more known in the RPG compared to Last Epoch to an extent. Like it's a much longer franchise. But even if that wasn't the case, Diablo 4 is right around the corner as well. Honestly, dude, Diablo 4 can be like, yo, we're launching a week early, and that's it, man. And that's it. Just not a fan of this move. It's just a bad move.
So now they're colliding with Torchlight Infinite. However, I think this is a good choice. I think this is a good opportunity for them to go last. We talked
Honestly, you know what I think? I think Last Epoch should have released a week early. If they're actually ready, fuck it, release a week early. Just like, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna release a week earlier. Fuck you guys.
this. I had a conversation with Rax, Booty, DM, Sis, and the general consensus, I believe it was Sis who said it, is that you kind of always want to go last. Because you don't play a game for 2 days, then play another game, and then go back to the previous game. You'll continue playing the launch that you're in, right? So I think this is a good choice, and it also allows us to have the opportunity to keep last in the game that we want to play for quite some time moving forward. And
I honestly, now these guys definitely know more than me about this whole thing. Game, like this is their profession. They play these games for a living. I honestly do not believe that 2 weeks is enough. All right, let's even assume there's no Diablo 4, there's no Torchlight, there's nothing else. I believe 2 weeks from the launch of PoE2 is not enough for the regular player. For the streamer, it's fantastic. Why 2 weeks of like just grinding? They will max out their characters, they will test all the new tech, right? And then they go right into Last Epoch. For streamers, it is fantastic. From their point of view, I understand why they're happy. From a regular player, though, most fall-offs fall like fall-offs or aRPGs fall like they start after like about a month to a month and a half. That's like when they like you see like the steep decline of player base, and that usually is a one character player. Okay, that's how long it takes them to like experience everything. And by the way, their experience everything is not even like end game. It's just the amount of time they play until they get bored, right? And it's like, okay, here, this is the new mechanic, cool. Oh, this is the new character, cool. Whatever. I never tried this build, I'm gonna try this build. Okay, I got this build, I'm doing maps, whatever. And then they quit after a month to a month and a half, right? One, max 2 characters, and the second character usually probably like 2 weeks, because it's like you already have some stuff that the first character farms, so it's gonna be a lot easier to advance the second character, yada yada. 2 weeks is nothing, bro. Especially in a game as expansive, not like expensive, like expansive, like an expanse, right? Like a broad game like PoE2, where obviously you're gonna get like a brand new character, a new weapon. Then you're gonna want to try this weapon on different characters. Maybe you can make like a Sork with a spear. Maybe you can get like what do you call it? Warrior with a spear, right? And it's like you're gonna try and play with the spear and see new combinations of builds and whatever. There's so much to explore, yeah, blah, 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 whatever, right? 2 weeks is not enough. I think this is in my opinion, a poor decision by Last Epoch, because 2 weeks is nowhere near enough for vast majority of players who are playing both games. Okay, not a good idea. And also, again, Diablo 4 is like right around that area. If you're just like an aRPG enjoyer and you're playing all aRPGs, Last Epoch is not gonna have a lot of eyes on it. Like, it is what it is, right? All of these guys are also gonna try Diablo 4. Maybe it's gonna be like 2 days, maybe it's a week, but aRPG players, streamers, are gonna play Diablo 4 too. So it's like, you're not like, this is a bad move. This is just, in my opinion, a bad move. I'm not happy about this, for obviously because I think it's a bad move. I'm also not happy about this because you can't dodge this. Unless you're taking like moving it forward by 2 months, which is probably the worst decision you can do. This is a bad move. This is just like bad move.
And then we can get that out of our system and then jump in and play the next one. The information I received was that Season 2 will launch and the Twitch drops as well as support a creator will also be running from April 17th till April 21st. So the delay of this is allowing us to get some proper time in and playing PoE 2 leading into Last Epoch mid-April. I'm very excited for this. I think this is fantastic, but again, I wasn't sure this was going to happen. This is incredible.
The only thing that's missing right now is PoE 2 coming out and saying that it's like, hey, we had some setbacks. We have to delay launch of PoE 2 by a week. That's the only thing that's missing right now. Then what? Was Last Epoch gonna do then? As Mike from Last Epoch said before, you like there's so much competition, you can't like fucking matrix dodge the launches. You gotta deal with this blow as bad as it is. I'm sorry, but like, fuck, what are you gonna do?
Double news, in my opinion. I think most of us are happy to see this being a possibility for them, and I hope this didn't cost 11th Hour Games too much money to make this change, and I really hope that this is going to further help them accumulate a higher player base and more revenue stream for the company so that they can continue developing 11th Hour Games moving forward. So
I honestly think they're gonna lose money on this. I don't think they're like, not lose money on this. I don't think they're gonna gain as much, or if any, like monetary difference if they launched it on April 2nd or launched it on April 17th. I don't think there's almost any fucking difference for their financially. Like, straight up.
I'm very happy that this is the case. I'm very, very happy that they're doing this. Now, it sucks because we're not going to get a launch on the 2nd, but we do get it on the 4th. So I'm very happy nonetheless. This is fantastic news in my opinion. I think most of us can agree with this.
Nope.
Holy shit.
No, hard disagree, but let's see what Rex has to say.
Hi everyone, it's Rax. The Intel chip that I had exploded in my computer, so using a different setup for now. But I wanted to talk to you about a big update. Our prayers have been answered. Last Epoch had...
Nope, I'm sorry. Nope, not prayers. No prayers have been answered. The only prayer that should have been answered is PoE 2 moving forward. Not because they have to, but because they can. That is the only prayer. Now, I guess it would fuck over Torchlight, but I mean, personally, I didn't even know about Torchlight. But same scenario. PoE 2 can just like, move forward, whatever. Right? Again, I'm a bias towards Last Epoch. I am, but I think this is a dick move.
Has graciously moved their date. Let me quickly read what they said. It's not much, then give you my opinion on it. On EHG's side here. There are some people against it. People made videos. A lot of people have been commenting on it. A lot of people have been on EHG's side here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There are some people against it. Some people say grinding your games has their internal date. Why would they change for anybody else? This only benefits streamers. But in general, a lot.
True and real. Yeah, this only benefits streamers. This doesn't do anything for the regular consumer. If you are gonna play Last Epoch, you're gonna play Last Epoch. You're gonna play PoE 2, you're gonna play PoE 2. If you plan on playing both, you're still not playing Last Epoch after 2 weeks, unless you're one of those people who can take like a few weeks off work for like a game launch. A regular, the regular dad who comes home from like his 12-hour shift and has 5 wives and 10 kids. Okay, yeah, he's not gonna like he can't finish PoE 2 in those 2 weeks, bro. There was like a month in. I saw a statistic, a month in, and like vast majority of players didn't finish the campaign yet, like the cruel campaign. Right? They're gonna be better now, sure, after like experiencing the game for so long, but like active players, by the way. But like 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks when they only have 2 weekends realistically to play. Maybe sometime on the week, like during the week, like a few hours here, a few hours there after work. Bro, what are we talking about? The 2 weeks is only good for streamers, and good on them. But it sucks for everyone else. For everyone who was planning to play both, this doesn't change anything for them.
A lot of people have been feeling for EHG in this situation. It's not easy to move the date, especially when you prepare this long for a big release. I think I give EHG massive credit here, massive credit for moving their date. And it's really the last piece of the first paragraph that they were talking about that I think maybe people take for granted. A lot of times these smaller studios, they need things to go well for them to continue.
Of course.
Obviously, you could say that's on them for making a good game. True. But I feel like EHG is trying their absolute best, with the time that they had to deliver us a very awesome season and a very awesome update. I'm super excited to play it. And I guess I just give them massive credit. I think this is an awesome change. I think with the PoE 2 update, we don't know the full breadth of what's coming out with that. I think they said that they're announcing it on March 27th, which I think would be about a week before the April 4th.
Yeah, where they're going to delay the launch by a week. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. PoE 2 is going to delay their launch by a week.
But we're going to get the Huntress, and I assume that's a base class with 3 ascendancies. Maybe we'll get like the Druid or something. But that would give us about 2 weeks to blast it. And unless they have some colossal endgame updates, I mean, in that amount of time, you can actually play both of the new base classes and one of the ascendancies at least. So I actually think we'll be able to test a lot of the cool things there and then go blast Last Epoch to see how cool the updates are to the endgame, the crafting. I mean, it's literally everything about the game. Yep. But I think the most important piece here is not only like the goodwill from Last Epoch toward the community to, I think it's not just streamers who benefit this. I think the players benefit
Nah.
as well. Yes, the people who only play Last Epoch, who wanted to play as early as possible on
this sucks for
April 2nd, it hurts that demographic.
Yeah.
But a lot of aRPG players, in my experience, enjoy multiple games, enjoy the different launches.
True.
And when they're on top of each other, it just does a lot of people no favors.
They're still on top of each other. 2 weeks is not enough.
So I give them massive credit here, and I am really hoping that their season is amazing. There's no crashing. People love the updates. I think they're doing some new things in the shop.
Dude, this might sound malicious, but man, I hope PoE 2 has too many bugs on their release. Not to like, because PoE 2 will survive regardless, but it's not to like cause damage to PoE 2. It's more to show that they're doing this purposefully to fuck over Last Epoch. That is why. I wish it's a buggy mess. I wish there's like some broken shit, broken interactions. They're just like game-breaking garbage in PoE 2. That honestly, people will be like, why did you release this in a half-baked state? You could have taken more time to do it. Like, no one's in a rush. We had Last Epoch coming. Why'd you release this? Other than the obvious reason of doing this on purpose to cock-block Last Epoch. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. Now, call it a conspiracy or whatever, but I don't know, man. I lived through Blizzard versus PoE. I lived through that. That was a conspiracy at first too. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that was the case. That was on purpose. So yeah, man. As I said in a different video where I was ranting inside my car, I'm not playing PoE 2. I'm standing on principle. I am against this type of business practice. I don't like when businesses, for no reason and for no gain for themselves other than to bring the other person down. Okay? It is okay if it's competing companies and like you're slightly bigger and it's like, like you're gonna gain advantages over this company by doing like shit like that. I feel that's fair game. I don't mind that. I think that is fair. But when you are clearly not gonna benefit anything from this release, if you release this a month from now, there would be no difference for PoE 2 in terms of like finances, gains, players playing. That would be exactly the same. The only reason you're doing this is to bring down somebody who's already like technically beneath you. And that is fucking disgusting, and I would not be supporting PoE. And again, it's on principle. Is it a big deal? No. Like, if Last Epoch ceases to exist, is it a big deal? No, it's just a fucking video game. But I do stand on principle. And in my opinion, this is a disgusting, disgusting move.